Hello everyone. Um, this is officially my first video in English. So you're officially welcome to my channel. My name is Dorcas Glader, for those of you who don't know me. Yeah. Um, my birthday is coming up in April. So I thought I should do a couple of series on my hair journey. So it's not a video, it's not a hair tutorial, just some anecdotes and stories about my hair journey, transitioning from natural to relaxed, why I went back to natural hair. So I'm gonna start from the very, very beginning. So as far as I can remember, I was born in northern Nigeria. In the 80s, it was a norm to carry natural hair. So we would just have them in braids. We didn't do much of African threading back in the north. So at least in my family, they didn't do that. And I remember my grandmother always having to put my neck in between her thighs. Because you can see my hair is very curly and kinky and tight. And I would scream and cry. And on some good days, I would have candy thrown into my mouth to stop me from crying. And the lady would braid the hair. But it was so painful, for a child of I think I'll say 3, 4 years old, to go through that process, maybe twice a month. I'll always be natural. And then we moved to Kaduna, and my mom got a job. My dad didn't get a job, so he used to look after us. I remember one day my father just got a scissors, cut the hair completely, took razor blade, took a razor blade and scraped every single hair on my scalp. Now, I was happy, but at the same time, I was nervous because I didn't know what my mom was going to do. So, and I didn't know my dad really cared that much, because he grew up in this era where um, parents didn't really play with their kids. So that he cared that much about my pain and decided to do something about it, which was to cut the hair so that I would stop crying every week. It was nice of him, but I couldn't be happy until my mom came back. And then when she came back, I watched the drama unfold. My mom was like, it's my daddy that cut the hair. My daddy that cut it. And then they had a fight. And my dad is like, why would you want to put the child through that torment every week? I mean, she's a child. She's just a small girl. The hair will grow when she's grown. She's ready to have her hair braided. She will decide for herself. But for now, I'm sick and tired of the child crying. And so I cut it off, and that's all. It's cut anyway. So I was free. So I think for about a year or so, I didn't braid. I was free. I went to school with bald head, no cut. I was very happy. I'm trying to deep condition. I normally deep condition my hair when it's dry. So back to the story. My mother patiently waited until she could comb it. As soon as she could comb it, we were back to the same routine again. And she started with her tomatoes. I'll see if I can insert a picture of tomatoes. You remember if you're in the 80s, those years when we used to have those things, tomatoes. I think kids still do tomatoes back home in Nigeria. It's like tiny, tiny hair birds like that. And so I did tomatoes and the hair grew. We changed schools. And at the age of 10, I went to high school. Now, it was a military high school. And JSS1, as they said, we used to say junior secondary back then. I don't know what they call it, Form 1 or something. Yeah, JSS1 to JSS3 didn't braid. It was only the senior girls who braided their hair. And my mom didn't know. All she wanted was for me to attend that military school. It used to be a very prestigious school back in the day. And so she was so excited. I passed the common entrance, everything. And then when they gave her the prospectus for me to come, then she saw it on the list that they had to bring me to the boarding house with my hair cut, my uniforms and everything. My mom was very much willing to forgo her school fees because there was no way she was going to cut her daughter's hair again. And she called my dad, who by the time was working in Port Harcourt. And he said, but we've already paid the fees. What's the big deal? I mean, it will grow. She's still young. 10 years is still young. She's like, no. What will the church say? And all those things. My dad said, send her to school. Besides, she's going to a boarding house. With the way her hair is, you know how she cries. Again, it was that pain for my dad. It's like, I don't even think she would give someone her head to braid when we're not there. So it's the best, seems like a nice long-term solution for both of us. She's in low cut, you're at home, and she's tidy. And so I carried low cut for, I think, 2.5 years. Yeah, I didn't survive command. The bullying was just way too much. I remember my second year in JSS2, second term, had been done. I told my mom, I'm not more going to school. I didn't say I'm not going to that school. I said, I'm not going to school again. I just told them I wasn't going to school. And that was when I left. For my mom, she was just happy that I was going to be like a girl again. So I left, and then I took the hair for, I can't remember, but then I was like 13 years old, and the hair started growing. And I started braiding the hair. And then I made an old school friend. By then, that was in the early 90s. It was common for kids to relax their hair and then braid them. So you would not carry natural hair, you relax the hair and then you wear them to braids, in braids or thread to school. But because of the church we attended, I couldn't do that. And my hair was stubborn. I remember every time I went to the market to have my hair braided, those market women will be like, Madam, you go pay big people money or you go pay adult money. This get hair too much. This get hair too much. One time I'll never forget. I took my sister and myself. We went to the market by ourselves to go do our hair. And this lady said, oh, now me, I ain't go to the suffer with your hair, Abi. Go tell your mama say I no go do am. What she was saying is that she cannot be the one to handle the tougher hair of the two because my younger sister's hair is quite loose than mine. And so she rejected me. She rejected me flat out with my money. I was just standing by her store looking at her. She's like, sorry, child, I'm not doing your hair. I'm sorry. There's no way I'm going to braid your hair. Bye. And I left and I was sad. And I told my dad, I'm going to braid my hair. I'm going to relax my hair. I'm going to relax my hair. There's no way I'm going to relax my hair. It hurts a lot. And one time my dad came back home with a container of hair pomade, coconut hair pomade. And that really helped. Like the pomade softened my hair. Not that my mom wasn't concerned, she understood my pain, but nothing was really working. And by then, our parents didn't really know what to do with our hair, you know, just to braid it. The best she could do was to thread it. She used to like to thread it a lot because it would stretch the hair, and then she could style it for church on Sundays. You know, that was her main concern. During the week, would have it in braid. If you didn't, she would make two, like it's like one here, one here. And I remember the boys used to call me Devil's Horn in school. Jonoka, if you're watching, I didn't forget that. So we continued like that. And then my friend said, no, but you can relax the hair. You can go to the salon and just do wash and set. Oh, no, I make a mistake. I went with my friend to the salon. And then I saw on the list, you know, back home we would have a list of services and price. And then I saw wash and set. So I said, okay, I can afford that. I'll wash and set. I thought they will just wash the hair and the hair texture will change. So I said to her, yeah, I'll go to the salon, I'll do a wash and set. I'm going to do a wash and set. It is like wash and set is only for relaxed hair. Those days we didn't have services in the salons for natural hair. You know, it was mostly market women who used to do it, or at least in my neighborhood there wasn't. My friend used to braid me and my mom would pay her. So that was how it continued. And I grew up like that till throughout my teens, yeah. Till the age of 19. Then we started doing extensions. I started using extensions. By then my dad was a little bit relaxed with our choices. He would allow us to add extensions, but that would be only for Christmas. So I would wear the extensions till after the new year, and then we'll go back to our normal hair. But I always was a natural girl right from birth, mainly because of my parents' uh, beliefs. You know, they didn't allow that in their church, so I I was a natural, and it wasn't a problem for me. I was a natural up to when I went to nursing school, and then something happened, and I relaxed my hair at the age of, I think I relaxed my hair at the age of 20.